I was getting really fucking irritated with that shit. They say some faggot ass fucking line and say no homo after it. Like motherfucking no, you are a homo if you're cocking that bullshit.
2 Peter chapter 3 verse 11. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of person ought ye to be?
Right, and we do see that. The majority of the people don't see it, all right? They don't see that this world is going to be dissolved. But since we see it, all right, how are we supposed to conduct ourselves? Or if your brothers are watching the camera, how should you be conducting yourself if you know that America is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear missiles? Go ahead. Because you have a lot of people that walk by and agree, oh yeah, America's going to be destroyed. But then what are they doing to help further their salvation? They're doing nothing but to help further the destruction. Just by agreeing, oh yeah, America's going to be destroyed, that means just by saying that and then keep on walking, you're just going to be destroyed right along with America.
Hold on, I got you.
Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness?
Right, in all holy conversation and godliness. Alright? So when you're amongst brethren, you know, talking about the scriptures, talking about precepts, you know what I mean? Talking about the news, maybe someone comes across a news article, so you let another brother know. Looking for and hastening, right? Good. Yep.
Alright.
Verse 12.
I got some.
Looking forward and hastening unto the coming of the day of the Most High,
Yep.
wherein the heavens, being on fire, shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
Yep, and the elements are going to melt with fervent heat, and the only thing that could basically cause that to happen is thermonuclear missiles. It's the only thing that's going to cause these elements to melt with fervent heat. All right? And for bodies to be burnt up and consumed in whole.
Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness.
Right, new heavens and new earth. All right? Under the Yahweh Shai, right? Under them rulers, all right? Not this wicked kingdom that's under Satan, all right? And Esau, so-called white man.
Elements shall melt with fervent heat. Alright? That means the buildings. That means these bodies walking up and down these streets. The sidewalk. Your cars. Your houses. Everything. All the elements, man.
There's not going to be one element that's not going to be completely burned up and dissolved with fire. All right? Everything before you is going to be burnt up and dissolved with fire. There's nothing that cannot withstand that amount of heat. Okay?
Got some.
No bunker is going to keep you safe from that. All right?
This is James, going back to the point that you mentioned earlier. This is James 1:19. Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath.
Yep.
For the wrath of man worketh not the righteousness of the Most High.
Yep.
You notice how, if I may say something, the first thing that our people want to do is start trouble with us, you know? Then when they get hasty in anger because of the words that we're speaking, man. Because they're really getting cut up, man. They're being condemned in their spirit. And instead of taking it as correction from the Most High, which is exactly what it is, they despise it, man. They despise it. And then they get all angry, and then they want to fight us, and then they try to threaten our lives. Because this word cuts deep, man. This word cuts deep. And it gets them demons that are on our people all riled up, you know?
Amos chapter 5 verse 10. They hateth him that rebuketh in the gate.
Yep. Oh, see? And that goes along with them fucking gooks, man. They hated that we were rebuking at the gate. That's why they had to come up with that bullshit that because it says not to pray in the synagogues or whatever point they were trying to make, which we understand that you're not supposed to be boasting when you pray like the wicked scribes and Pharisees did, all right?
Like these damn Muslims out here, man.
Yeah, or the Muslims.
That would be a perfect example.
Exactly. We ain't out here for vain glory, man. We're out for our people, man, to hopefully receive salvation. All right, and we're out here for us to receive salvation, all right? But we ain't out here to get some freaking.
Yeah,
we ain't out here to try to get some sort of fame, all right? Because we know that we're going to be hated. That's why. First off, if we're trying to get some sort of fame, the scriptures say that you're going to be hated for all men, hated of all men for His name's sake. So we already know we're going to be hated by most men. So we ain't out here boldly or trying to get some sort of fame, trying to be the next big thing or something, trying to get our own documentary on us or something. It ain't like that. All right, but go ahead, read.
I got more than my preset thing. I mean, I'll come back to it.
And they abhor him that speaketh uprightly.
Yep, they hate him that speaketh uprightly. And that's our people, man. They hate that we speaketh uprightly. They hate that we condemn them or rebuke them. That's why them drummers, all right?
Well, they try to avoid us.
Or they try to avoid us. But they got mad. Them drummers got mad at us from last week because they do say something about how, oh, if you want to talk shit about my kids, he's hating to be rebuked, all right? We're rebuking them, all right? Indirectly or directly, whenever we're preaching, you know, if we rebuke them directly, they should see that as us trying to correct them and them trying to come back to their ways. But them niggas ain't gonna come back, right?
That's right, man.
They're too gone. That's why they got all offended the way they did.
It's like the elder said, man. We don't got no time for 2/3, all right? Yeah. 2/3 are 2/3. They're not gonna learn anything but the hard way, and that's gonna have to come through death. So we just rebuke you, you know? We're not trying to teach you. We're not trying to show you what you're doing wrong according to the scriptures. Nah, man, we just want you to fucking die. All right?
That's why we're all glad. That's why we're all glad they're not out here.
Like the guy from Trinidad said, oh, the elders are rebuking me because they love me. No, nigga, we ain't rebuking you because we love you. We're rebuking you because we fucking hate you. All right? That's why we're rebuking the majority of our people, because we hate you. The Most High hates you. And therefore, in return, He is putting it in our spirit to hate you. Go ahead.
Hebrews chapter 4, verse 12. For the word of the Most High is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit.
Yep, and that's why when we bring out these precepts, and then and the way we stand out here, man, that's why people get so offended, man. Because this word cuts. All right, really, it hurts. Fucks the people's spirit all up. That's why it resulted to last week they had to say something about them carrying a burner. They have a gun on them or something. When all we have is the scriptures, right? But because the scriptures are so powerful, that's why he had to result to some sort of man-made weapon. You know, that won't even overthrow unless the Lord allows, or overcome unless the Lord allows.
True word.
Yep.
And of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart.
Yep. And the discerner. So that's how we can discern whether someone's of righteousness or of wickedness. All right, by bringing out these precepts and how people react to what we're bringing out. You said you want to finish up on your precept?
Yeah. Got something though.
Yo, I got some. So what? 28, 17.
Sirach chapter 28, verse 17. The stroke of the whip maketh marks in the flesh, but the stroke of the tongue breaketh the bones.
Oh shit, see that? Stroke of the tongue. You know, when you're proclaiming this truth, when you're proclaiming these words, man, it's a very, what do I want to say? It's a very powerful thing, right? Especially to these people, right? What we're speaking is life or death. The words that are coming out of our mouth are literally life or death. And the option that you choose is going to be your demise. All right? If you choose that what we're saying is the truth, all right? And what the Lord is saying is the truth, and what it's coming from the Lord, all right? And then you try to conduct yourself in a better manner, all right, and start proclaiming the word for yourself, then you have a chance of being of the elect. But if you completely just throw it off like it's no big thing, or mock, you know, and then just keep walking down the street or whatever, or doing nothing to try to conduct yourself in a better manner, then you're going to be destroyed, man. You're of the 2/3 then. So what we're saying is literally life or death. You got more?
Yeah. Can you?
Verse 18. Many have fallen by the edge of the sword, but not so many have fallen by the tongue.
Yep. And look at Noah. When the Lord told Noah that there was a flood coming, Noah went out and warned the people and told the people that there was a flood coming. Now, did he go out and just start killing a bunch of people because they weren't listening? No. He waited, he endured unto the end of that time, all right, letting the people know that there was a flood coming. And then what happened? The words that he proclaimed that came from the Lord came in and swooped and destroyed all the people. All right? Same thing that's going on today, man. We are proclaiming, all right, that the world is going to be destroyed by fire. All right? And this fire is going to consume more people than the sword or gun or any type of instrument known to man.
It's the main sword.
Yeah, exactly. It comes down to being the main sword, the main arrow. So the words that we're speaking are literally more powerful than anything on this earth right now. Go ahead. You got something?
Yeah, you got
I
something.
mean, it's like one verse.
All right, go ahead.
All right.
2 Maccabees chapter 15 verse 16. Take this holy sword, a gift from the Most High, with the which thou shalt wound the adversary.
Oh, see that? So the gift, all right, and our sword is this truth, man. And that's how we wound our adversary. All right, we don't wound our adversaries by going up there and just knocking them the hell out. We go up there by rebuking them and condemning them. And then you can see how much it affects them by the way they walk down the street all pissed off and how we just ruined their day. Which is a good thing for us, man.
This is 2 Corinthians 10:4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal,
Yep.
but mighty through the Most High to the pulling down of strongholds.
Pulling down the strongholds, and we do that with the word. Go ahead.
Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of the Most High.
Yep. Every little thought that you have in your mind, or every false depiction you have of the truth, we cast down via the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
And bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Hamashiach.
Yep.
And having in a readiness to revenge all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled.
Revenge all disobedience. So our obedience be fulfilled, man. So all these people that are disobedient, man, what's coming to them is coming to them, all right? But for now, we come out here, all right, week after week, and hold our watch until the Lord comes.
You got something else? Alright, I did have something, but then I tore up my page by accident. Damn, I forgot. Oh, go back to Matthew 24.
The real reason we're out here, I mean, we have two reasons of being out here. To rebuke is main reason number one, but the way we're trying to either bring in the fold or rebuke the fold, all right? Or rebuke the wicked or try to bring in the righteous.
Well, let me say this too. We're out here because, according to the scriptures, this is the way that we're going to be saved too. We're basically ensuring our salvation if we keep pushing the word and doing what's required of us to receive our salvation. One of the things that is required of us is that we come out and teach.
It's 2 Timothy 2:10. And therefore, I endure all things for the elect's sake.
Yep. So that's Paul saying. Paul said he endured everything for the elect's sake, just like what we're doing. We're enduring for the elect's sake. All right, not the 2/3 sake. We ain't out here for the fucking 2/3. All right, we're out here for the elect. We're out here to die for the elect, and we're out here to die for the truth, so that the elect may be established. Go ahead.
It says, therefore I endure all things for the elect's sake.
Yep.
That they may also obtain the salvation which is in Hamashiach Yahushua, eternal glory.
That's right. So if we know that we may have to die on this side, all right? But we do it for the elect's sake, all right? In doing so, we will have a great reward, all right? Whether we make it where we get saved in the chariots, or if we get, die on this side and have to come back in the kingdom, we'll have a great reward if we endure unto the end, no matter what. If you endure all the way up to the chip and then take the chip, you're going to be destroyed to destruction and to a dishonor. All right. If you endure all the way to the chip, all right, and you don't take the chip and they kill you, you're going to have a death of honor. All right. And when you come back in the kingdom, you will be honored. All right, because you died for the Yahweh Yahushai. All right. Is there more to do?
This is back in Matthew 24 and 38. Whereas in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark.
Yep.
And knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
Yep.
Then shall two be in the field, the one shall be taken and the other left. Two women shall be grinding at the mill, the other one shall be taken, the one shall be taken and the other left. Watch therefore, for ye know not what hour your Lord doth come. But know this, that if the good man of the house had known in what watch the thief would come, he would have watched and would not have suffered his house to be broken up.
Yep. And that's what these guys right here are doing over across the street. They don't know when Yahushua is coming, all right? But because they don't know, they ain't out here all the time. If they knew that Yahushua was going to be coming in the next 3 weeks, guess where they'd be out here for the next 3 weeks? Out there, trying to act like they've been preaching this whole time. But like what we're doing, we're out here no matter what, all right? And we don't know when the Lord's coming. And we don't know, like I said, we don't know when the thief coming. But we're still out here proclaiming the truth. All right, go ahead. But
It's Matthew 13 and 47. Again, the kingdom of heaven is likened to a net that is cast into the sea and gathereth of every kind.
Yep.
Which when it was full, they drew to shore and sat down and gathered the good into vessels, but cast the bad away.
Yeah, that's just like this truth, man. It's bringing everyone together, and it's going to gather who's the good and who's the bad, right? That's what this truth's here to do. That's what this kingdom's going to do, man. Or, do I read that again?
It's Matthew 13 and 47. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like to a net that is cast into the sea, which gathereth every kind, which when it was full, they drew to shore and sat down.
Right, and that when it is full, it's talking about the end time. When the Lord finally comes back, that's when it's going to be full, all right? When the Lord's finally going to know who's the elect, well, when we're finally going to know who's the elect and who's the wicked, all right? And who's going to be destroyed. Who's the 2/3 and who's the 1/3. Go ahead.
Which when it was full, they drew to shore and sat down and gathered the good into vessels, but cast the bad away.
Yep, cast the bad away.
So shall it be at the end of the world. The angel shall come forth and sever the wicked from among the just.
Yep. So you're going to know in that day who's the wicked and who's the just. All right, who is doing the works unto the end and who is out partying, boozing up, all right? Clubbing up.
And shall cast them into the furnace of fire, and there shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth.
And cast them into the furnace of fire. All right?
This is Jeremiah 16 and 16. I'll start at 14. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands whither he had driven them, and I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers.
Yep, see it?
Behold, I will send from many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them. So that's the point. That's what we're out here to do. And the brother just read the scripture on the net. Alright? It says, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them. And after I will send from many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain, from every hill, and out of the holes of the rocks.
That's right. So we're first going to be fishers, and then the Lord's going to turn us into hunters. All right?
Yeah, once the elect is brought in.
'Cause right now,
Once the bad has been separated from the good.
exactly. Because right now we don't know who's the elect and who's the 2/3. So when that time comes, all the fishers are going to become hunters. All right? It's going to be open game for you fucking niggas. All right? And you fucking spicks. Piece of shit fucking Dominicans, man. Oh, I fucking hate you Dominicans. You 2/3 Dominicans, I fucking hate you. Hate all the fucking 2/3 niggas that are out there right now, man. But it's gonna be open game on you 2/3, all right? Lord's will, you know, I'm part of the third and part of the elect, but
It's Matthew 7 and 15. It says, beware of false prophets which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves.
yep.
You shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs or thistles? Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit.
That's right. So, them guys over there, they're not over there, but the guys that sometimes are over there, they're bringing forth bad fruit, man. The doctrine that they're bringing on, you don't want to taste that doctrine, man. It tastes like garbage, right? The fucking doctrine.
I've ever seen. Yeah,
This
it's
is
fucking weird.
Matthew 7 and 18. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit,
Yep.
neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit.
That's right. So that just proves that there's separation, all right, amongst those teaching. There's going to be separation amongst camps. There's going to be those that have the good fruit, and there's going to be those that have the bad fruit, all right? And there's not going to be no good fruit amongst those that, you know, there ain't going to be there ain't going to be no good men in those that aren't teaching the truth, all right? If you're someone in the camp that's in like General Yohana's camp, then you ain't of the good fruit, all right?
Oh, you better get out, that's right. Yeah.
Exactly. You better come to your senses, or you're gonna die right along with them.
Yeah, basically, just like the brother said, man, if you're realizing that the guy that you came up underneath ain't talking the truth or ain't saying things that are lining up and making sense with what the scriptures say, then you need to get out of there and continue in a camp that does got the truth, man. Particularly GMS, all right? Great millstone.
Matthew 7 and 19. Every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire.
Yep.
Wherefore, by their fruits ye shall know them. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven,
Right.
but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven.
See, he that doeth the will of my Father. I don't know what these guys preach the name over there or say the name, but they're still not doing the will of the Father, right? So they most likely will be one of them guys that when the Lord comes back, going to be asking, you know, why they ain't being saved, like Lord, Lord, you know what I mean? But
a little leaven of the whole lump.
Yeah.
So they're even 95% on what they teach, and 5% is complete corrupt communication and not in line with what the scriptures say. All right, then it's leavening the whole lump, man. It's making everything else void. There's holes in your doctrine.
It's Isaiah 49 and 6. And he said, it is a light thing that thou shouldest be my servant, to raise up the tribes of Jacob, to restore the preserved of Israel.
Yep.
I will also give thee for a light to the Gentiles, that thou mayest be salvation to the end of the earth.
Right, and the Gentiles are the nation of Israel that don't know that they're Israelites, right? The ones that are thinking that they're, like, for instance, like some people that think they're freaking white just because they have pale skin or something, but their father being is of the tribe, right? Or that they're in the philosophies of these other nations. They're Gentiles, all right? And we ain't those that are proclaiming that if you're jet black, then you're an Israelite, all right? It's not the color of your skin, but the forefather.
This is Romans 2 and 28. For he is not a Jew, which is one outwardly, neither is that circumcision, which is outward in the flesh.
Yep.
When he is in you, which is one inwardly, and circumcision is of the heart and spirit.
That's right, see, of the spirit. All right, because the spirit doesn't change. The body changes, but the spirit doesn't, right? When you die, your body gets buried, that body is no longer, right? You will no longer inhabit that body anymore, but your spirit stays the same. All right? So that when you come back down in the flesh, you come down in a different body, but your spirit's still the same. So it's not what you are outwardly, it's what you are inwardly. All right? It's what your spirit is. And your spirit goes by what your father is. All right? By the seed of your father.
Reincarnation.
Yeah, reincarnation.
Got something there.
John,
You good? You can read what you got.
this is John. John 6:63. It is the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing.
You have the spirit that quickeneth, the spirit that makes alive. But the flesh, the body, it profiteth nothing. All right, go ahead.
The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit, they are life.
Yep, the truth is spirit and the truth is life. All right, the words. All right.
This is Ezekiel 37:3. Ezekiel 37:1. The hand of the Lord was upon me and and carried me out in the spirit of the Lord and set me down in the midst of a valley which is full of bones. And he caused me to pass by them round about, and behold, there were very many in the open valley, and lo, they were very dry.
Yep.
And he said unto me,
Meaning have no truth. These bones were dry. They had no truth. Go ahead.
And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I answered, Lord God, thou knowest. Again he said unto me, prophesy unto these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord.
See, that's the word of the Lord, which we just read. That's the spirit. The words of the Lord are spirit, and they're the life. All right. So speaking the words, which is what's going to make you alive. Go ahead, keep reading.
Thus saith the Lord power unto these bones, behold, I will cause breath to enter into you,
Yep.
ye shall live.
Yep.
And I will lay sinews upon you, and I will bring up flesh upon you, and cover you with skin, and put breath in you, and ye shall live, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
So that's the life, the spirit, the words, all right, that make you alive.
And so I prophesied as I was commanded.
Yep. Prophesy as I was commanded. And commanded. And where do we prophesy? Out in the streets, all right? Where we were commanded to speak unto these dry bones.
So I prophesied as I was commanded, and as I prophesied, there was a noise. And behold, a shaking, and the bones came together, bone to his bone. And when I beheld, lo, the sinews and the flesh came upon them, and the skin covered them, but there was no breath.
So there was no truth.
Breath is part of the name.
Yep, yep.
They get a certain amount of the knowledge, but they're not complete.
Yeah, exactly what he said. They weren't complete, man. They weren't made whole. They got so much, all right, but didn't get it all.
All right, let's lock it. There's Ezekiel 37:9. Then said he unto me, prophesy to the wind, okay? Prophesy, thou son of man, and say unto the wind, thus saith the Lord power, behold, Slakia, come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain, that they may live.
Yeah, because
I'm not talking about oxygen, okay?
Everyone that's walking around right now is slain. All right, all these people, right, talking about the nation. I mean, Esau's gonna be slain no matter what. So-called white people, but the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that don't know the truth, they're literally walking dead right now. All right, it's not until that they hear the truth and receive it that they have a chance of being a chance of salvation. But until they hear this truth, they are literally the walking dead.
This is 2 Timothy 2:19. Nevertheless, the foundation of the power standeth sure, having this seal, the Lord knoweth them that are his.
Yep.
And let everyone that nameth the name of Hamashiach depart from iniquity.
Yep, depart from iniquity, depart from sin. So it's very important to proclaim unto the name, which is not Jesus, all right? It's not the Son of God, or whatever other title you want to give it. Not Jehovah, all right?
Yahweh.
Yahweh. It's not fucking what is it, Laffy Taffy? Where the fuck you think you could call it? Yeah, that's some bullshit you could say right
That's
there.
straight blasphemy.
Yeah.
To say you can call him Yoke. That's straight blasphemy.
So that name is very important. You got to call him the right name in order for you to depart from
Still
iniquity.
leading on to that.
And it's not death, the transgression, or sin. It's transgression of the law, which is a result of death. So the only way you can,
Sin is death.
yeah, the wages of sin is death is what I was looking for. So the only way you can depart from sin is